I've been constantly referring to my course, which is called Web Services in SAP, right? So the past year I have been recording videos for the course, and now I am very happy to inform you that the course is now open for enrollment. Okay, so yes, it's finally here, and I am ready to open the course. But the topic, the topic or the title of the course is Web Services in SAP. And unlike other courses like ABAP development or ABAP development on HANA or SAP UI5 or SAP Fiori, see, these topics itself, the name itself tells you what this course will be about, right? But the topic of web services is not that easy. Some people may be already aware of what web services are, but for some people, web services may be a completely new topic. Okay, or they may not have heard the title web services at all, right? I mean, very difficult to believe it, but yes, some people may not know it. So that is why, before I release the course or before I even share some knowledge, I thought, I should clarify what these web services in SAP or web services really are. And then I can, give you the link to enroll if you are interested. So that's why I decided to record this video, and have put together some slides that I will tell you in those slides what are web services, why are they important, and I mean, why should we learn about web services? Because I believe web services are going to be the next, are really important as we go into the next domain or next generation of SAP or any technology for that matter, cloud technologies. So for that purpose, I have recorded, I put together some slides. I will walk you through those slides and explain to you what this course is about, what web services is about. And in the meantime, I'll also talk to you what is the, the course strategy, what are the expectations, etc., or what is the course content in brief. Okay. So let me now pull up the slides and take you through the presentation. It's not going to take a long time, I promise. So just bear with me one moment. Alright, so basically the title of the course is Developing and Consuming Web Services in SAP, but for short I just say Web Services in SAP. Okay. So what is this course about? This course is actually a systematic approach to learn REST, SOAP and OData based services in SAP using ABAP and SAP UI5. So one of the prerequisites of the course is basically you need to know ABAP. Of course, you don't need to know SAP UI5. We are not going to learn SAP UI5, but I will definitely make sure that, if through the course, I will teach you basic knowledge of SAP UI5 so that you will know how to consume the web services, right? And also, there are a lot of new concepts throughout the course that you will learn. We will be exploring JSON, XML, XSLT, OData constructs, HTTP handling, request monitoring, data binding, and many more technical concepts. Okay, so if you don't know these, don't worry. As you get into the nitty-gritties, you will learn all of those. All right, so just a quick introduction again. I don't want to delve in too much, but I have to. If you notice this diagram, right, this is basically, I'm trying to explain why you need to learn about web services. Okay, so this is our R3 environment, which is our normal SAP ERP system, which is based on a client server technology. And if you notice in an ERP system, what happens is all these modules, right, our SAP particularly is made up of all these modules. So we have sales and distribution, materials management, production planning, quality management, workflow, financial controlling, etc. All of these are running in one single instance. That is why if you have to, let's say as a developer, ABAP developer, if you want to develop a report program, let's say, or a transaction, and in HR module, and you want to access some of the FI data or some of the SD data, right? You can do that because this is a client server technology. So the database is all shared. So you can query any table in SD or FI or HR. I mean, assuming you have the authorizations, you can query them and create a report, right? And this type of architecture is called an ERP architecture, and it was perfect in the earlier world. But now what's happening is because of cloud computing taking up precedence and digital transformation happening, right? Cloud, I mean, all the systems want to move towards the cloud because of course, obvious advantages. Like, even you must have done banking transactions on your phone, or you access Gmail, Facebook, etc. All of these are ideally a cloud-based applications, right? You don't have to install anything in your computer. You just download the app and you start working. So that is why cloud is taking precedence, and there are a lot of other advantages of cloud. We will understand that. So now SAP is also moving towards the cloud. And if you notice, the earlier diagram is now being replaced with the new diagram. In this diagram, we have the SAP core S4 running here as the core, and which is also known as the digital core. And then SAP now has moved all its other applications into the cloud. So for HR, we have success factors. For suppliers, we have Ariba. For customers, we have Hybris. And then we have travel by Concur, Fieldglass, etc. And SAP is adding more and more cloud-based applications, either creating or buying them. So the challenge in this case is, let's say if you as a developer have to create a program, a transactional program or a report program, which is required to fetch in data from various systems. So let's say you want to access some of the HR data and some of the other third-party cloud-based application data. So in that case, you cannot use ABAP, because success factors doesn't work on ABAP, or all these cloud applications don't understand ABAP particularly. So there are other ways in which you have to fetch the data, and one of the ways that is where you will need to use web services. Okay. So web service is a way through which you can access data from any of these cloud environments. That is why when you go into the newer age technologies of SAP, learning about cloud becomes very important, and learning particularly the knowledge of web services becomes very key critical. Okay. So again, why is this course important? Business computing is now moving towards the cloud. However, SAP technical developers. So basically, before I started developing this course, I spoke to a lot of technical developers, and I mean, most of them are aware that SAP is moving to the cloud and we need to move toward the cloud, etc. But developers are not getting enough opportunities to understand what these cloud terminologies are, what are those technologies, and how you can leverage them, right? So many technical consultants are still working on their old school ABAP development. And technical consultants want to learn new constructs. This is what I understood. And in the recent years, I got a chance to work on SAP's cloud development platforms and integration projects. So to help technical consultants gear up to new cloud technologies, I have developed this course. So basically, what are we going to learn? So by the end of this course, you will have a very solid understanding of what web services are. Again, web services, to be humble, I cannot guarantee, web service is a very vast knowledge domain, and it's also a very evolving area of computing. So, with the knowledge that you gain in this course, you will be able to explore this concept further, because in this course, we cannot address all the web services technologies that are available, right? But we will understand the core concepts so that you can then, using that knowledge, go ahead and explore more concepts. So with your web service concepts clear, you will be able to confidently move ahead in the understanding and developing applications in SAP cloud computing world when the opportunity arises. And definitely you will get that opportunity. So as you learn in the course, web services is not limited to SAP. So you can also apply this knowledge of web services in a wider range of cloud-based applications beyond SAP alone. So if you want to excel in software development, then the knowledge of web services is going to be very prime. And for this, and particularly this course will put you on a fast track to learning these concepts. So again, I repeat, this is one of a kind course, because you will not find any of this content, anywhere. The reason being, or you will be able to find, if you try, but number one, many books which I refer to, they are very generic open systems based. They are not particularly written from SAP point of view, number one. And even SAP talks about these, but it's in bits and pieces. It's not like a complete knowledge that you will get. That's why I have put all that in one course. So what will you learn in this course? We will first try to understand what are web services. We will see what are RESTful APIs and REST based services. We will understand these, and we will also see some of the globally available REST services. So we will play with them. Then we will understand what are SOAP based services. We will again investigate. I will show you a couple of one of the SOAP services which is easily available. We will Through that service, we'll understand what a SOAP service is. And through the course, I will also introduce you to JSON and XML formats, and we will explore some generic REST and SOAP services. We will develop a couple of these. We will develop these services again in our own SAP ABAP, and we will consume these services using SAP UI5. Now, one good part, or one good thing about web services is that they are technology independent, in the sense that you can write a web service in any language, and you can consume them also in any language. So you can write a, if you can write a web service in .NET, and you can invariably consume it in C, C Sharp, SAP UI5, SAP ABAP, Ruby, PHP, any client application. So we will be using SAP UI5 to consume it. The reason, I know many of you may not be very well versed with SAP UI5, but I will cover the basics of SAP UI5 in the course, with the limited knowledge that you will be able to consume these services and you will be able to understand them. Okay. And then see, again, REST and SOAP are generically available protocols. Of course, REST is not a protocol, it's an implementation, but these are available, and OData is the most most recently used technology, right? So again, you will notice in the course, one of the reasons people don't understand OData very well is because they don't have a solid background of what REST and SOAP is, and OData is actually an enhanced version of REST. So first, in this course we will learn what is REST, and then we will go to understand what is SOAP. Or what is OData. So that way you will know what are the problems with REST, or what are the limitations of REST, and why OData came into picture. Once you understand OData, then we will develop an OData service, and we will consume that service using SAP UI5. So basically, this is a general walkthrough that I have given you about the course. And again, one more thing, there are a lot of other things also that we will cover, like XSLT and all. It's very tough to explain everything in this one slide, but I have tried to keep the content very concise, to the point, and in a very small format. You will understand what REST services are, what SOAP services are, how to develop them, how to consume them. So that we will take a very simple example, but just learning that simple example, you will be able to apply that to other higher end projects as well. Okay. So like I said, I have tried to keep the content very concise. So there are in total around 7 lessons. All these lessons are around approximately 1 hour in duration. I have also pre-recorded these lessons, so you can access your course content at any place, anytime. Okay. So basically, once you enroll with the course, right, you will be given your own user credentials. Using those credentials, you will log in, you will have access to your course content. And then the course will go in a systematic way. I will be releasing one video each day, or at regular intervals, to giving ample amount of time to review and go through the content. As always with all my courses, this is not my one and only course. I have been releasing courses in the past also. If I have released workflow course, I have released SAP UI5 courses, etc. So as always, when you join the course, you will get user credentials to access your student area. You will have lifetime access to all the course material, and all the upgrades or additional content that I create for this course will be available to you. Access to I'll also create a WhatsApp group for this course as usual, and you will have access to that WhatsApp group, and then that way you can interact with me and any of other course students. Again, you will have email, WhatsApp support for questions and doubts. So you can email me, WhatsApp me, no problem. And with all my courses, I will give you a 30-day no questions asked money back guarantee. So in case you are not satisfied with the course content, you're not satisfied with my teaching techniques, or you think this course is not really that beneficial, then don't hesitate, just ping me. If you're not happy, no problem, All right. So with that said, welcome to the course. This is a very easy slide that I have put together. So if you have any questions, any doubts, don't hesitate to, either ping me, raise your questions. And I expect to see you in the course, all right. So with that said, take care. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful year ahead. Right, take care. Bye.